Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and children, and welcome to the first in what is hopefully going to be a pretty full-on installment of videos, actually. So I've had 2 months now where I've finished, roughly about 105th, 110th, and I'm gonna get into the top 50 this month. That's my goal. So in order to do that, I'm going to take you on a bit of a magic journey with me. So I will be trying to post as many videos I can of my daily missions, and apart from this evening's video, I will be streaming them as I'm doing them. So you'll get to see what I'm doing with my deck. You'll get to see any changes I make, or just stuff and things, victories, losses, things that go well, things that go terribly. And I'm using this can. Yeah, so Ingo Pech, in terms of my deck, this is what I've got so far. Now, those of you who've been watching my videos long enough will remember that I played Alfaria Spear a long time ago, and I was good at it, and I loved it. So this isn't just like, jumping on the bandwagon. I do genuinely sort of have a bit of an affinity with this style of play. That's just too good. These are probably my MVPs at the moment. If you can get them in, get them in. These guys you have to be clever with, but we'll go into that. So, without further ado, 2 minutes of me chatting. Right. Maybe not going to do all of these, but we'll start off from the beginning of my journey for February against an Angron. So I've seen a few more Angrons pop up actually recently, not just in lower Terra, but actually in higher Terra. I think it was Ibran Gaunt, and I think LCFR I've seen. Like, there's a few Angron players. I don't know if it's just sort of memeing, but he's back. So he's looking for a card. I don't know if that card is really worth it in that deck. Like, maybe he's looking for an unstun type. Like, that might be something he went for. That might make sense. I just feel like, I don't know. Are there not like enough good cards that you could put in instead of that? Because he hasn't exactly got like a command bridge or something like that. It's not a vengeful spirit or a pale spear. Yeah, I wasn't sure. But yeah, I'm ramping up my energy. I'm taking him down, sort of as fast as I can without attacking him myself. He does that, which is, can't complain. He's got a 9 health lead. That's pretty hefty. And I haven't really, got like the most intense amount of stuff in my hand. I haven't got my win condition, for example. But I've healed up. I'm doing something. Okay, I'm hunting for my pale spear, because Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's what I like about drilling sites, like 2 extra energy to use at your leisure or leisure. So now I can sort of start mounting a bit of an offensive here. Command bridge is nice. Hello, pale spear. And I'm going to drop a sleeper. So that's nice. I've got a turn of respite. I mean, I've got another turn until I can score. Not that I wouldn't necessarily. That's a really interesting thing to do. I think that's a really cool idea, to be honest, on Angron. So I'm just going to try and stun him in place. Obviously, I've got. I think that's it. Now, there could have been an argument for me using orbital base. I was kind of happy with the hand as it was, because obviously next turn I'm going to harrowing for quite a bit, and then I can harrowing again. But But yeah, so obviously he's getting himself tanked up quite nicely. There we go. So, you know, it's a big race now. I think I've got the Hellfleet, obviously Armors of Mars, but like I'm feeling pretty confident at this stage, man. Like, you know. A little less confident. That's fine. I've got a pretty neat draw. You know, potential for 4 damage. Can't complain. Stunned him down. Do I always base here? Yeah. So, you know, I feel like this is going really well. Now, this is where it gets a little bit rude. Because I think he just flat out murders me now. Yeah, look at this for a, not an OTK, but like, guess what he's got in hand? Got a good crowd to him, that's a pretty solid finish, like it was do or die. There you go. Ass. Not the best start, but that's okay. That's okay. That's absolutely fine. Because Pech's just consistent, man. Like, you know, you'll lose one, but shh, who gives a fuck? So, quite happy in Masterclass now. That's kind of cool. A little nervous, if I'm honest. Like, you know, bit of a responsibility. But yeah, exciting stuff, man. Yeah, not sure why I did that because I didn't play a thing. Oh, okay, maybe he thought secret identity, but that's not a tactic. So let's hope he's learned that for next time. So, Draw Insight. I really like it. It just allows me to do like extra stuff, which is like super awesome. You know. Now, I always feel like if you are going to kill that dude, if you are, which I think he might, it's always the right thing to do that before you do anything else. But he doesn't actually kill it, so... What's quite nice about Pech is that I don't care about Aura Squad. I mean, I kill it, but like I don't generally care too much about it. That's just to force out the 2/2. You know, and the yeah, the reasoning for that is, of course, is that I don't run for Tronus. I have an Ortholon score, but he's a 9/9, so 2 damage is sort of pshaw at this stage. Like, yeah, obviously that's a bit of a concern. Now, do I pale? I'll probably pale, especially now I've got drilling sight. Yeah, so so good. So yeah, I don't really care too much about Oros. Provided I have Pale Spear, I don't care if this guy takes my cards. Generally, not too much. Like, especially the numbers that he's going to take in the game. That's a really nice combo. I do like that. I did debate over whether he was going to use his 2 energy to ping me and take a card. I don't think he does because he doesn't want to go to 10. Yeah. That's obviously not good. I've got to cut that shit out, like, right now. So I can't really kill him, so I'm just going to slow him down, kill his guy, get that down to 2. I've got a one of many, you know, and I've got a null veteran, so I can sort of slow him down. That's obviously not ideal. Although, I don't know, is that, like, do you need that? Like, why wouldn't you just put in a Norn veteran? No, Apothecary Norn. Surely that does the same thing, but better, right?
We are Legion.
So yeah, I'm going to heal up, because I dislike that. He's got a 2-3, but again, like, you know, it means that if I get a harrowing, he's screwed, so... don't worry too much about that. That, I suppose, is quite relevant. Obviously, 4 damage, nothing to be too coy about. So with him, which I guess is fair. Like, there's, I don't feel like Pech is a great person to due back into. Yeah, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm gonna heal up again.
Harrowing is coming.
Yeah. Just get some damage down. I don't really care about Githua squad, if I'm completely honest. And like also that 5 damage to the next troop. Like we're at that stage where he might play like Ortec Moor or Cadmus Tyro or pick a creature that doesn't care about 5 damage. Like, yeah, so no, I'm just looking to get him low, and next turn I've got victory, unless he can deal 15 damage in a single turn. Seems a bit over the top. Like, is there nothing better he could have done? Maybe not, I don't know. He's got 11 health, like, you know, it's pretty good. Obviously, I'm not really bothered, as I've got Pale Spear. So you always, again, always make sure you pull out your draw cards before your orbital base or into the warp, because it's extra damage. Because they replace themselves, and then you orbital base the replacement, or if it's a tactic, into the warp, you know. Yeah, so there you go. Because I could have played a sleeper as well. So, ha 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 ha. So that's game 1 of my 5 games. So 4 more. Provided I win all of them. It's not a bad opening hand. Command Bridge is always cool. Obviously, it sucks a little bit if you don't get Pale Spear, but then you just play out some of the draw condition that allows you to do it. Like here, I think I go for healing. Yeah, like that's by no means a bad way to sort of draw into. So you do have to be, I've found, a little bit careful with Ingo Pech in terms of your card draw, because you are sort of playing clutch. Like, you don't, you know, it's not like I'm used to playing Horus, who just has a retardulous hand all the time. Pech has lots of ways of drawing cards, but actually you're sort of constrained a little bit by your mana usage. Like, you want to have 2 mana free to use on Pech's ability. You know, you might want to do other things like One of Many or Lambda Thunderhawk, Silent Death. Like, you don't always have the opportunity to draw cards, and that can actually sort of slow you down a little bit. So there is a sort of balance to be had. This is really funny. Like, if I can give you one piece of advice against a Pech in exactly the same way that I would have said back when I played off Faris, don't put draw conditions out. Like, especially not when I've got that on you. It's suicide. I am more than happy for that guy to live forever. You know, like, yeah. So I think I'll probably Pale Spear. Oh no, okay, I'll Lambda. Yeah, I'll happily stun you down. Yeah, actually, that's fair. Because then next turn I can go Pale Spear into the Warp, and I've got 3 other cards there, probably a 4th one next time. So that's 4 damage for, 6 energy, which is fine, you know. So he gets Manifest out, Gabriel Santar's not easy to take down necessarily. That's obviously a pain. I like that less. What am I going to do? Yeah, Pale Spear, sweet. And then into Warp. It's not bad. That's 3 damage. And I'm going to Drilling Sight, probably. Now, do I just Sorarius or do I Ingo Pech? Okay. So I was dealing with a 2 damage to him. That'll do me. Whoa. So obviously finally gets rid of that guy. I think he starts attacking me with this guy too. Obviously the heal 5's nice. If he does that before he attacks the other guys, then misplay. Yeah, I think he does. So, like, he's whittling me down. He's certainly got a nice set of things up. Does he have that up yet? No. Yeah, it's just swings of those two. I think if he'd done the heal the other way around, I'd be in a lot more trouble. But as it stands, I think I instrument here. Yeah. Stuns that guy as well, keeping him sort of alive. Oh no, it didn't stun him, but sorry, what am I talking about? Stuns that guy. But gets rid of one of those 2 guys, which reduces the amount I'm going to take. Gets his heal up. And that's a problem. I've obviously got to start working that down. And because of, my relatively, modest hand size, I've got to be careful. Obviously, that's cool. That's really good for me, given what he's been doing with Sistar. Like, what I don't get really is, like, he's been drawing with Sistar for, like, ages now. And he doesn't have any, like, big hits to play. And he knows I've used my 6 energy stun damage thing, so it's not like I can even use that against, against his board. But he's getting low. He's milling himself. Like, that's obviously not great for him. He really needs to kill his Sistar if he hasn't already. That's not fun. That's not fun either. Now, I might top deck a Harrowing here. Obviously, that's not ideal for him. So, yeah. So, obviously, if I hadn't drawn the Harrowing, this would be bad. I'd probably need to, like, Lambda here or something. As it stands, pop, pop, pop. I think I just passed there. He'll go to 5. I'm on 10. Could kill me, but that guy gets quite big. Because he's going to go to 4 on our orbital base, so that's my game. Pop, pop, pop. And there you go. Gabriel Santar. And a really fat Angron. Okay. So. No. Oops. So I've done Eric onto Lorgar. So, 2 for 1. Not bad. Now against Lorgar. I really like one of the things I like at low terror rather than high terror is that you do have a bit more diversity in the sort of opponents you face. Like, I got into high terror in the last season and it was nothing but Ulrak and Kirine, basically. There was the odd Canis, the odd Horus, and then the occasionally confusing Angron. I say confusing? Like, I mean, I think I lost all of them because it was players like LCFR who can play. But yeah,
Hello.
you know. Hello! Oh, so you sort of getting the gist of this now, you know. What I'm hoping is, in terms of like the gameplay, is that the types of people I'll be playing will change over time. They'll start getting sort of progressively more and more, you know, meta perhaps, you know, a bit more competitive, that sort of drill. This guy kept complimenting me, which I have to say, thank you. Very polite of you. I think I lambda that. Yeah, it's just irritating. Like I wanted to do other things, but I think it was just necessary. He naturally plays another one. I mean, obviously, all I need to do now is just keep it on the down low until I get to 9 engine. I can harrowing it. I think yeah. So I don't lambda here. I want to save that for another turn because then I can lambda there. That's absolutely a problem. I think I end up having to lambda that. But the goal was to lambda here, and then both of those guys would be stunned for another turn. But as his board is full anyway, I thought the best thing to do would be to lambda the 2-3, I think it is. Yeah. Stops him getting marks of chaos, means he takes damage just for existing. There's no point in playing that one at the moment, but hey ho. Obviously he plays that guy, which renders this guy useless for a turn. I don't know how I feel about that card, because this is what tends to happen when I see people use it. Nothing. You know, I don't know. I don't know what the ratio is. You're drawing 2 cards. I assume in order to get +1/+0, you need a 15-15 tactic to troop ratio, and I'm not sure Lorgar's the kind of guy that wants that sort of ratio in his deck. I don't know. Maybe not. But that guy's getting quite nice. I think he's investing a lot of time buffing a single guy, and I'm going to do something like this. Just make him so miserable. I think I might into the warp just to find my pale skill. Pale spear. Another one of them, which is irritating. I don't into the warp. I mean, to be fair, I have a hefty hand, and actually 2 harrowings and an Ortolan score. I'm only 1 turn away. I'm going to Ortolan score here. I feel a bit cruel in this game, to be honest. Just like your entire hand board is not going to do anything, and that means you have to mill yourself, and I'm obviously just going to harrowing you. That's quite cool. But obviously this board that he's got is going to melt because of the harrowing, and he doesn't even have this guy with survivor, which is unlucky. So yeah, you know, only slightly rude.
Sometimes fate takes care of its.
Because I could have been to the warp there, but again, it just feels wrong. He's clearly got stuff in hand as well. I just locked him down forever, you know.
I hadn't prepared for that.
I had. And then I think I enter the warp for the win, right? It's got to be. It's got to be.
You have skill.
There we go. Pop, 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 pop. So yeah, I think the conclusion from that is if you're a Lorgar and you come up against a Pech, concede. Oh, I don't have Pale Spear, of course not. Oh wow. Yeah, no, I haven't won yet. I do win. Oh, silly bugger, I completely forgot that. He's just not had a fun game, has he? Bless him. Bless his little cunt. Like his engine's finally got going, but he's on 3 health. Yeah, I've already engaged for the win. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Happy days. So I think I only need one more for my dailies. Oh no, 2 more. Zardu and Fulgrim. There we go. Oh. Yeah, I played a couple of Zardus with Pech. Not too concerning. I'm trying to think who's a problem for. I mean, so Angron. Angron's annoying. I'll find who else I lose to. I think like Horus can be problematic if I don't draw my my heal. Don't much care about Canis because I just, well, I say just if I compel spear, that's obviously great for me. That's the point. So yeah, what I do like about this Zardu is he does get out a pretty beefy board. He's sort of cruising the danger zone in regards to his hand size, I think, for a bit of it, but like, you know, it's all good. Doesn't do anything turn 3 as well, which surprises me. But yeah, so I'm looking alright. Like, that's really quite a cool move here. Like, he's obviously, you know, gonna get that guy buffed a little. Unfortunately for that guy, he's sort of not redundant, but he's less useful in this matchup because, again, I don't tend to play troops that end up on my side of the board. And now that guy's out, I'm going to try and avoid it at all costs, really, aren't I? So that's quite useful in this matchup. I really like that. It's not a trap, secret order. The 5 damage. It's so useful. You know, because everyone's sort of hoping it's not the one that attacks their own guy, and then they play their own troop. And if they're not careful, it's like, you know, 5-4, and it just gets nuked. Like that guy. Like that's super important for me that he disappears because he now has 2 less troops at the end of his turn. You know, not 1. So I think he's got 2 up there. Obviously, he's going to get a 3rd one from this guy. He does that, and like, but doesn't attack with this guy. I'm not, persuaded by that. Like, he should just be beating me to death with as much as possible. Because I do that, and that's those 2 guys gone. I think he's got 1 mark in hand, maybe 2. You know, that's annoying. I think a gamma ordered that one. And he should have, well, I say should have, obviously. Sometimes you can take that risk. I don't think you take that risk at 22 health, as I think you're going to see he will. It's a bit redundant. Sometimes that's nice to clutch out like Sorarius, but then really, if you're thinking about it, you ought to swing with your Lord into Sorarius. If I've got the Aleph Null veteran, that's definitely worth doing. Yeah, this may have been a bit mistimed as well because he knows I'm almost at 9 and I have a high likelihood of having at least 1 harrowing. But he's got to do something. Like he's got to have a board, I guess. The problem for him is obviously he doesn't know it, but like if he'd held that back and played it this next turn, I could have just harrowinged again, and it's just obviously not great for him. Yeah, so as you can see, I've got a fairly solid board. He's finally getting that guy going. That's quite good because of survivor. But I've got 21 health. I'm not concerned, and I think I've would engage for the win. There we go. So I'm being quite sort of chill. I'm looking forward to seeing what I'll be like when I do this without going back over it. When I'm just playing it and streaming at the same time. I think that would be interesting. This was a hand I really like to see. Like that I've so much I can do with that.
We are Legion.
So much I can do. I love Fulgrim's attack noise. It's just so orgasmic. Like, ugh. I can't even emphasize like how orgasmic that is. I can't even replicate it. What do I get? Yeah, Void Engage. Draw more cards in the absence of Pale Spear and healing. Draw more cards. Drilling site. I'll draw more. Do I secret identity yet? Yeah. Let's get out of the way.
Hydra Dominatus.
Gets me a card. I would get that next turn anyway, but you know. Yeah, so this guy comes out and I'm like, oh, I have no way to deal with that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that rather than play Alphanol. Like I just feel that getting up that energy is more important at this point. Because so obviously I could have played the Alphanol and he would have played that, and I still wouldn't be able to attack that guy. But what bumping my energy allows me to do is play Alphanol and dump out a thing. Now, unfortunately, well, that becomes relevant later. Obviously, I see that I'm like, oh, well, screw that. I'm not going to play it. I'm going to deal him damage, and I'm going to do that because the idea is that next turn I silent death, and you know that's really not. I say that it's you know just tedious for him to deal with. So I'm going to have a look. Yay! So I'm going to do that. I'm going to stun everything because lol. I don't think I attack with my LF null. Like I don't see the point at this stage. He goes it anyway. I could have got that guy down to 2, but I was gonna. My plan was I alpha order, and you know, if I need to. That's obviously quite nice. Gets rid of both the secret order and allows him to kill it. You know. So lol. So I'll play that again. So plays that guy, gets out another of these. Like he's got a really solid board. He's just I've just not been allowing him to do anything, which must be super frustrating. He gets a lot of poison out of this thing, which is a bit unfortunate. Like you'd expect him to get at least one like Corn or Slanesh by now. But yeah, I'm going to prevent him from playing another creature, and yeah, Sleeper seems good. I think I'll forward at this point because, you know, it's like such a double bluff because it's like, oh, what if he attacks me? I'll attack his guy, and there's like, haha, surprise! That's gonna die. Like it's like clockwork. It's so good. Just, it's such an annoying deck. That's obviously great for me as well because. And I can see why he did that rather than going for face, you know, because you don't want to take, on 21 health, you don't want to take 5 damage. Forces me to use it to trade because, oi, I think I also on right. Yeah. And he's not in a fun position. He's now got more Alpha Legion troops than I do. Like, you know, I feel like that's wrong on a few levels. He destroys it. That's good. Like, this is by no means over for me. I'm gonna avoid. aggro out. There we have it. There's a win condition. Three damage to him. 3 cards. Might be a bit wasteful, but draws me a Lecticio for another 2, so it sort of works out. Like, I'm sort of at that stage where just getting him as low as possible is sort of beneficial for me. You know, like now I'm obviously well within lethal, so unless he heals or, you know, I'm good. He's dealing 6, 7, 8, so he's down to getting me down to 11 health. Obviously I'm stunned, that's a nice position to be, but too little too late. Too little too late. And you can all see what's going to happen. I mean, that's just sort of adding insult to injury, really, isn't it? Like, even if he'd healed, that probably would have been the nail in the coffin. And there you have it. Did I even kill that guy? Yeah, I just murder everything. Pop, pop, pop. Had he survived, I could have then orbital base because of my drilling site. It's ridiculous. So there you have it. When I signed off after I was at 2668. I think I'm about like 10 games in. Let's keep a tally. Where's my, how many games am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that was horrible. Crow, you're filth. That was such a good game. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 80% win ratio so far. Not a bad start to my path to the top 50. I was in the top 50 when I finished. I'm definitely not now. 706, so I'm about 30 points, 40 points behind. So, you know, exciting times. And I'll get back on that and I'll do it live. I say live, I'll stream it tomorrow and then I'll put up the results of that, you know, when I'm there. Right, tatty buys.